Epic intro music.
Hello Painted Wolves, Lycaon Pictus here, and we are back with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're still wearing this outfit. We're going to have to switch it up soon, but we just hit that crash at the end of the last episode, so I didn't get to do my outro correctly, but I figured that was a perfect time to end the episode anyway. I figured we're going to have to sit through some cutscenes again, or it's not so bad. It's only the one cutscene. It was fantastic, so I'm perfectly happy to sit through it again. Not sure about his route to his seat, though.
Over, you weeping sacks of wool. Put some muscle into those pulls.
Ration your strength, dog. We have an ocean to cross.
All right, you lazy backrout. Sigurd, what's our course?
The sons of Ragnar established a settlement near the coast. We set sail for them. Bragi, sing a song to lift our hood.
To rouse the gods! Inspire a mighty fart from Thor to speed us on our way!
An ocean lies before us, Eivor, and on its far side, a new kingdom awaits.
You know England well from your travels.
I spent a season in their kingdom of Mercia, a temperate land, lush and wild. By now, the sons of Ragnar will have claimed its heart.
Do we mean to join their army?
They will join ours.
Absolutely stunning.
All of England will know of Ravenclan and the glory we brought to that fractured land. So to England, glory and destiny.
To England!
For Valhalla! And it has not crashed this time. Let's go! Let's go! And today is the 10th. Cyberpunk is arriving in a few hours. And that, of course, will already be up on the channel by this point. Oh, shit. We're about to get Assassin's Creedy. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this, because my whole appeal to this game was the Vikings. I've not actually had any experience of the whole Assassin's Creedy bit yet, but we shall find out. The soundtrack is incredible, and all I can think of is V at the moment because Cyberpunk is on my mind. Obviously it's weird you're watching this out of order, but I will have already uploaded Cyberpunk, but I haven't played Cyberpunk yet at this point.
At the University of Cambridge, Dr. Circa told a worried audience that scientists have few answers for them.
Since the mass coronal ejection of 2012, the strength of the Earth's magnetic field has increased by a factor of 50,000. This has resulted in huge disturbances in radio and satellite communications, dangerous bands of radiation around the poles, and as we can all see from our window, an aurora borealis that never burns away. Unfortunately, we are stumped as to why this is happening, and if we cannot find an answer soon, it may change the way we live, the way we communicate, even the way we evolve, forever.
Dr. Circa went on to say,
Bought you more electrolytes? Oh, new and improved citrus flavor.
Thanks, Sean. How do we fix this? How are you the key to everything? You're a long way from home, Eivor.
Whoa. I was thinking, is that Ivor, but I didn't want to say it straight away. Sorry if you could hear drinking. I have got a lemonade. So I'm guessing that's all you can do. Yeah, and in the last episode too, I was drinking lemonade through some of the cutscenes, so we'll have to see, but wow. So let's continue. I might take a picture of the house too while I'm here. What's up here? There's so much to explore, honestly. So much to explore. What country even is this? Are we back in the States now? Oh wait, you could focus.
It's beautiful. But it's not normal.
So there's something wrong with the sun. That's all we've sort of figured out so far. I haven't played the other games enough to fully know what's going on. Maybe it's obvious for some of you.
I'm not going anywhere. Not yet.
Not yet, Layla. Whoa. Damn, that's new.
Another satellite. Damn.
We can't get in then. I just want to make sure we've kind of
play around, but I have bigger things on my mind.
experienced everything we can.
Did you get my tea?
Some quality stuff here.
Oh, mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
That's fine. I needed air.
How is the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Another satellite came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
You mind if I put some music on?
Go for it.
Cool.
Okay, so this is kind of where we have to go. So now I kind of want to explore outside, my usual thing. Because I always want to try and find most of the things.
I'd rather walk into town than use this.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. And that is probably the burial again. I wonder how far you can actually walk away.
Layla, you can't run away from this.
It looks like you can. Or not. No, it stopped me. Whoa, look at that. Gosh, she's like a monkey. She climbs just as well as the rest of them. You see that?
Someone's got mail. An invitation to a fair in Concord. Bring your best crop and you may win a prize. Tempting. Probably bought this in a coffee shop somewhere in Concord.
I think that's about enough for now, eh? Yeah. Okay, so even Layla can jump on the roof, can she? No, maybe not. So is that what we gotta do? So that's the last thing we press?
Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
I guess, because she said something about jumping back in, so we want to go through all the dialogue first.
Feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The two data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like two minds. Fighting over one brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
Interesting.
I went through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it. Let's have a look.
Oh, bloomin' hell. This is cool. Yeah. First things first, you always check the trash. Interrogation on my birthday. My name is Layla Hassan. I was a friend and colleague of Victoria's, both at Abstergo and in our subsequent freelance careers. In all time I knew and worked with your daughter. I was always struck with by her limitless intelligence, her humour and her ability to focus. Even in times of great stress, she was an inspiration not just to me but all those who worked with her. I am writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on the circumstances of her death. I realize it must be strange to receive a letter out of the blue from someone whose name you probably never heard of, offering to explain the tragic loss of one so dear, but if you will allow me, I will try. I was your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I am partly to blame for... Ooh, okay, so I didn't read that perfectly. It started off a bit shaky, but I got a bit better. No wonder they put that in the trash. Have a look at her selfies. No, nothing interesting. Oh, that's a nice picture. I'd like to upload that. Secure share, so you need a password or something. The Staff of Eden. Acquired from the Eagle Bearer, Cassandra, 2018. Presumed manufacture date late in the Isosingularity Age. Perfect. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. ISU messengers. So, origins. Again, you can pause if you'd like to read. I'm just going to do a quick skim. Sorry about jumping between. Hold on. I'm just going to do a quick skim. If I didn't cut that, sorry, but I kind of said it twice in case I went back. I wanted to kind of leave a couple of seconds to give you the ability to pause if you so wished. I kind of screwed that up a little bit because I hadn't decided until the second that I did it. Okay.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
No, come on, Sean. Turn that thing off.
Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud.
Seriously?
Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man.
Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough?
Sure, but why is that?
Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that.
Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile.
Right. The more freedom you have, the more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad has mellowed over the years, but he was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward. Our creed, our tenets, they were drilled into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did.
That happens to a lot of organizations over time. Stagnation sets in, you know? A fundamentalism.
Yeah. Following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake and not for the consequences it has.
Yeah, but that feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that give comfort.
But that's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think people just want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, Bex, and Lucy that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
That was very interesting, and my favourite part of the whole Animus part, non-Viking part actually. That was very interesting.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences. So, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total prat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway. So, turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
Okay, so that was the introduction to the other notes. So we should have listened to that one first. But anyway, let's listen to the second one now too. And if it's anywhere near as interesting as the first, it's going to be very interesting. But I just love how he sort of talked about free will there, and how he was born into it. So even though it's their whole moral code, he didn't have free will. And it's also an interesting fact that a democracy can vote to end democracy, and just basically everything they said. Anyway, I'll be quiet and listen to the next one now, but I hope we get a bit more of this further on into the game.
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig?
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus was too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah. The usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the Creed, like he couldn't keep it up, couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay, anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh, we'll look into that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy. God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day, we might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
And that was also very interesting too. Right, so now I want to get a little bit of a move on, because that did actually take a little bit longer than I was expecting. So let's have a look at this. The English locals of a note, or locales. I mean, it's locations. I know what the word means, but I don't know how to say it. Locales? Locales. I think it's locals. Locales. Anyway, the main six boroughs, I believe there were main... I can't even bloody talk. Okay, these won't be the Saxon names, so you'll have to read between the lines. R1 isn't even on there, Grantabridgeshire, but oh well. And the Pieces of Eden. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it so that you can pause if you so wish. So that was a terrific commentary. The lemonade has got to me. Yeah. Right. 3rd of November. There's lots of dates around my birthday, actually. So, pause if you so wish. Purported to mark the location of Thor's hammer. Okay. So we can go and locate Thor's hammer itself, it seems. Crazy stuff. Anyway, let's check the mailbox. Thanks for clearing it up. I don't have COVID. No, I'm well isolated. Very interesting that they planned ahead like that. Very interesting. It's just the three of us travelling together, staying out of sight. Is it COVID? Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me, and stop this insane game of hide and seek. I just want to know that you're safe. Hilarious. So the world is getting sick and it will all be uncovered later. And that, my friends, is not a COVID reference. Would your favourite baseball team happen to be the Atlantis Eagles? Okay, so I guess that's it. Oh, I didn't mean to go to the main menu there.
That's quite nice. Soothing.
It is. It is. So, now we want the music. Put that back on. I like a little dance.
Sean has been busy.
Yeah, we don't need to do everything. We're really wasting quite a lot of time now.
Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all the garbage must be packed out, and please water the plants.
Yeah, I won't remember that.
But the voice acting, I think, is actually amazing, and the dialogue is written fantastically.
Of course.
I really get into all of the
Remember,
cutscenes.
tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge.
Even the whole Animus thing, I'm really enjoying. A lot of people complained about the Animus thing, but I'm actually really into it now.
Sean, what do you make of the grave out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect, so the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right.
Right, let's get back in that machine, boys. Oh, plant.
Sean, don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar. Tattoo it on my leg.
Enter the Animus. It makes me want to play the rest of them properly now.
All right, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead. Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript if you're looking for something. I can
No,
go and...
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... that message led us here. To this place. to a Norse grave in North America. So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
But I think that is the end of the episode, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and remember you can always follow me on Twitter and Instagram